Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about the Magnus. I'm making a short of this as just a quick little intro to the new Magnus, but here I'm going to go into more detail on what the Magnus is, what you should do in the questline, and how to unlock the Magnus. Now, something I have noticed is 98.3% of you are not subscribed versus the 1.7% that are. So if you want to see more content like this in the future, it would help to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do anything you're going to do, check out the Twitch, check out the Discord, anything. So, let's go on into it. To start this off, there has recently been a change to the Magnus. This change is very important, as the Magnus before would require you to go through several loading screens and move about throughout the Magnus realm to pick a portal. This caused a lot of people to crash, have frame issues, and in retrospect could take a lot of time that you could sometimes travel with a T9 or T10 in. Not only that, but it would also cost you a specific amount depending on the distance you were from the Magnus portal that you were teleporting to. For example, if you were in Odalidia, or in my case Valencia, and you wanted to travel to Land of the Morning Light, it could cost you several millions of coins, 10 to 20 million. Now they changed it to where no matter the distance, it will cost you 5 million coins, depending on nothing, just 5 million coins, set value. These are indeed all of the nice little changes that have happened to the Magnus in the recent patch. Now let's talk about how you unlock the Magnus. As most of us know, there is a quest that involves the Magnus, called Abyss 1, the Magnus. It has 117 parts. You unlock the Magnus throughout the quest. Different regions unlock at different periods of the quest, but whether you unlock all the regions you want or not, you are still going to want to play through the entire story. The reason being, it gives you a free 10 boss gear. This is helpful for a lot of newer players, and it can even be helpful for older players, because for newer players, you have Tuvala, which is at 10 level. You get that free pen that saves you 9 to 10 billion, and is quite a lot when you're starting out the game. Now, for older players, it's just as important, even if you don't have this, and you already have all your pen boss gear. It's a free piece of gear that allows you to further upgrade it to a sellable point. For example, if you were to stick enough Caphras into it and a flame into it to turn it into a Libresca's, Fallen God, a Dawn's Glove, anything along this line, you could then sell it for a large sum of money. And the boss gear didn't cost you anything to produce or to buy. So even if you already have all your stuff and you don't necessarily need the piece, it's still helpful no matter what you do. Or you could just stick it on an always. What you doing, good sir? Once you do complete the Abyss 1, the Magnus Questline, then you are allowed to travel throughout the Abyssal Wells. All you have to do is go to an Abyssal Well, which you can tell it's an Abyssal Well because it will tell you it's an Abyssal Well. You know it's an Abyssal Well, and it will have this icon next to it. Now, you could further tell it's an Abyssal Well because it has a giant-ass marker on the map over it. Amazing. So if you're still confused if it's an Abyssal Well or not, then I don't know what to tell you. So once you go to one of these Abyssal Wells, you can click F to open up a map. Then you can just select the region you want to go to. For example, I, at the moment, want to go to Kama Sylvia. It will tell you the cost, you will pay for it, and then you can just jump in and it will send you right to the region. And here we are, now in Adraxia, or Kama Sylvia, I meant. Amazing. The well you pop out of will not be an Abyssal Well, but it will be nearby an Abyssal Well. For example, you could tell it's an Abyssal Well because it's an Abyssal Well. If you still can't tell what an Abyssal Well is, I give up on you. Now, to talk about some downsides of it, for one, you cannot travel throughout the Abyssal Wells, or the Magnus, when you are inside of a party or platoon. This is annoying, especially when you're trying to get to group grind zones, and you're already in your party, need to get to the region fast, but then have to leave the party just to use the Abyss, to then rejoin the party right after you're out of the Abyss. It also does cost a toll. The toll is excessively cheap, only being 5 million silver, but it still does exist, so you will need to carry money on your person. Normally people do this for buffs anyway, but still something to consider. The Abyssal Well has been known to cause crashes in the past, and the new update hasn't been out for long, and some people still experience crashes, but it's greatly reduced. In the past, it used to be you would be hit with 2 load screens. Now, you don't really get hit with a load screen, it's a semi-load screen. So you can still crash, but it's less often now. Every abyssal well is typically located nearby a city. For example, there's a well in Velia, there's a well in Heidel, there's a well in Calphion, a well in Valencia, a well in Comsilvia, a well in Odraxia, there's a well in Duvenkroon, there's a well in Land of the Morning Light, etc., etc. There are many wells. Now that will be all for this video. I will see y'all later. Have a nice day and night, whatever time zone is for you. Please check out my Twitch, leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications, do anything you're gonna do, and I will see y'all later. Goodbye, everybody.